Hey, this is Rich with Mowers and Blowers Outdone. Psh. Hey, come join the fun. Subscribe to my channel. Push that subscribe button. Use the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Hey, we'll see you at the auction. Hey guys, it's Rich from Mowers and Blowers Outdone here at the local Lowe's for the 2021 lawnmower review. Psh. Let's check them out. Hey guys, first up in the lineup, we got some John Deere's going on here. So $18.99, a $16.99, and a $20.99. So we have a small, medium, and large, I would say. Let's check it out and see. The S130 is $20.99. S110, $18.99. And the 100 is $16.99. So we're going to check these out, see what's under the S130 hood. Got a V-twin, that's nice, and it's 22 horsepower at 724 cc. Briggs engine, even though it has a John Deere sticker on it. And they went to John Deere's trying to be a little easier with changing the oil. So you get this oil filter, and it already has oil in it. So you buy this oil filter right off the shelf, you unscrew this one, put your other one in it, and it's good to go. As far as I know, I've never changed one, but we'll take a look at it when we get inside the store. So hopefully with this easy oil change, people will change their oil a little more often. Got an hour meter on it. Oh, the key's in it. Look at that. Got an hour meter on it. Has 0 hours on it. And looks just like a 42-inch deck. See kind of how thickness the deck is. Has the washout on it, which I've never really got into using. Yep, there we go. It's a 42-inch deck. And it's your standard thin, cheap deck is what I would call it. Sorry, John Deere. So let's move over to the S110. And we have a 19 horsepower Briggs engine. 540 cc. So it drops considerably down in cc's when you go down to this one. Looks like the exact same deck. Got an hour meter on it and the keys in it. Got your gas under there. Same with these. So then we step over to the S100. Goes even a little bit smaller, 17.5, 500 cc's. So are they all about the same size? Do they use the same lawnmower and just put different engines in them? And then put different hood and model sticker on it. That's what I would say. They're all 42-inch. So you're probably paying for the bigger motor. Next up is a Craftsman lineup. That kind of looks familiar. That little front end with that, I wanted to put some LEDs in it. So we got a it's $100 cheaper than the John Deere one. So Craftsman. Let's see what's under the hood on this one. You got a Kohler 7000 series, which is the 725 cc's. 42-inch deck, stamped deck, and it's still the thin, cheap deck on there. $17.99. Here you go. You got a little more budget one at $13.49. Let's see what's in this one. You got the Briggs & Stratton 11.5 horsepower, 344 cc's. This one looks to be probably like a 32-inch. Nope, 36-inch. There we go. And the 42-inch at $17.99 has the Kohler 5400 series in it. 18 horsepower, 541 cc's. And it has an hour meter on it. Hour meter on all of them but the cheaper one. Now these Craftsman are a little more. These two are probably the same, and then these two are a little smaller. So they don't just use the same one and put the same engine or different size engines in them. Then we go on to the little pea shooter 30-inch for the little subdivision yards. Somebody that doesn't want to push their subdivision yard, they can buy one of these for $12.99. Then we get into the Craftsman zero turns. Here we go, fellas. Here's what it's all about in my area. You got to have the zero turn. Now let's see how the decks are on these. Still pretty thin. Can't really step on them because they will move, so can't use it as a step. Let's see what they put in these. So they got the 7000 series, 23 horsepower Kohler engines. Seems adequate. Get easy access to your battery and solenoid if you ever need to change those out or do any work on them. Gas tanks right there. So I do notice on these zero turns that they have this adjuster on it. So you take this, turn this off, move these handles into a comfortable position, and then you'll be able to fit in here a little better. So I do like that option. And they seem pretty sturdy. We got that on there, so if you back into something, we got the trailer hitch on it. Now, what do we got? A Husqvarna. Here we go. So, we're looking at $28.99 for the Husqvarna 48-inch. That looks a little beefier. So, let's check this out a little closer. It just looks more solid than these stamp decks. Let's come over here and see how this stamp deck is. See how these edges stick out? And you're going to hit something and it's going to bend it. Where the Husqvarna has this nice rail put on it. So if you rub up against something, probably not going to bend it as easy. I'm sure it'll bend. Anything will bend. You got the washout there on it. So this is a Z248F for $28.99 compared to the Craftsman. Now it's a 50-inch, so you're getting a little more cut for it. But I like the heavier duty decks. So what kind of engine is on this? 5 horsepower FR651V. And the one behind it is $27.99, so $100 less. Looks to be the same frame. It's a Z242, and that's a 48. So okay, so we got 48 cut, and then we go down to a 42 for $100 more. You get 48 over the 42, and this also has the Kawasaki FR600V in it. So I do like the V-twin. Next we have the Aaron's. So Aaron's, $26.99. The Edge 42. I do like the Aaron's. But let's go back. Now I do see, let's see if we can step on the Husqvarna deck. It moves a little bit. I'm going to say the same with this one. It moves a lot more. So the 42 moves a lot more than the 48-inch. So the 42 Edge, it also has a nice welded deck. Looks that little extra protection on there. Just seems a little beefier. Seems a little wider too, and it just has more beef to it. See if we can step on that. Oh yeah, I'm standing right on this deck. So it's on there. Now it has the Intech V-twin in it, 20 horsepower, 656 cc's. The next we have up here, we have some John Deere's. So a 48-inch John Deere is $29.99 versus $28.99 for the Husqvarna. So this is the Z355E. And this one is filthy, so it's been sitting out here a while. I'm going to pay almost $3,000 with tax, over $3,000 with tax, and get some free dirt with it. And I'm standing on the deck, but it's moving, so I don't know about that one. Sorry, John Deere, got to work on your deck. It has a V-twin in it, 22 horsepower, and that's a Briggs engine. Now it does have, this is pretty thin. Look how thin this is. If you back into something, that is definitely, you're going to bend it. You'll probably save your motor a little bit, but you are going to bend it. Might not even save your motor. See the Aaron's. Aaron's is pretty wimpy. Down here is solid. Husqvarna. Yep, I can bend that with my, I think I bent it. I think you can bend it with your hand. Pretty wimpy. And then the bigger John Deere has the 54-inch cut on it. Has a 25 horsepower V-twin. Again, look at this. It's pretty wimpy. So you don't want to go backing into anything. Now the Craftsman, that's solid there. Alright, let's go inside. So I do like that they have hour meters on them. And then we have a T260 Craftsman. Still, it's a 50-inch and still has the thinner stamped deck on it. But look how you can turn this. Look at the steering in it. So you could probably almost do a circle. I went ahead and turned the wheels on some of these so you can see how far they turn, since I'm inside out of the cold. So the Craftsman probably has the best steering to take the tightest turns. And then I also noticed these Craftsmans, they have this bump bar, so you run into something and you're hauling it in a trailer, and you haul it in the trailer, you can put that right up against the trailer instead of the muffler guard there. So here on the Husqvarna, you haul this in the trailer and you put this right up against the back of the trailer and tie it in there. So I'd rather have the bump guard on it, which you can probably get a bump guard and put it on there. So right there is probably the bolt holes. But for the money, they should just come with that stuff on it. So the John Deere has it already built in. Some more information on them. So they do have good signs in here at Lowe's. And then the back of the signs, they have all of them on there. Now, here we go. We have the Aaron's Icon XD 60-inch. This one just looks like a beast compared to this John Deere. The decks just look a lot tougher. Oh, look, I'm jumping on it. It's barely moving. It even has, so it's made to step on. Look, has the little tape here that you can actually step on it. So it's made to do that. Where the John Deere, oh no, I'm just putting a little weight on it, and it's moving back and forth. Here's all the different Aaron's zero turns. So this one has the Kawasaki on it, 23 horsepower. Now this still is a little thin for me. If you run into something, I can't move it like I did the John Deere. John Deere will actually flex. So if you back into a tree or you back into something, that's definitely gonna tear that up. There's already something on there. Somebody ran into it. So I do like the other ones outside with the thicker bars on it. Look how nice and sturdy that looks compared to the John Deere. John Deere just looks a little thinner. Don't know if you ran into a tree, if that would take that out, where this one's a little thicker. If somebody wants to buy me a couple of these, I'll run them into trees and we can find out.
Hey, Scott, I'm going to push that over the charger because that's why it's dinging all the
Let's walk over to the push mowers, see what we got.
Cord's going.
We used to have a
Yellow one.
All right, got a couple workers there sitting there, so we'll kind of go over the push mowers real fast. So what's your cheapest push mower they got? Like $179. Boland's by MTD. Craftsman with the Briggs in them. Here's a Craftsman with the Honda. So then we move up to the Honda push mowers. Then over to the Craftsman battery operated. So we got 50-minute run time. Looks like it holds two batteries, two 20-volt batteries. Cobalt battery, 40-minute run time, a 30-minute run time, and then 60-minute run time. Then the Ego, 45-minute run time. Now the Ego's something to keep an eye out on. So we got a 75-minute run time. Now we got 649, and then 399 for the lower one. So now the adjustments for the Husqvarna, you have to unscrew that and then adjust it. Let's see about the Aaron's. You have to unscrew these to make your adjustments, to move them forward, backward, to make them a little more comfortable. See about the John Deere. John Deere, same thing. You have to unscrew these bolts and then make your adjustments for your handles. So I do like the Craftsman, where you can just turn it like that, make your adjustment, turn it back. Now how it works and how tight it is, I don't know. So my pick, I think I like the Aaron's for outside here, and my pick is the Aaron's on the inside. And then for a cheaper mower, I mean $13.49. What was under the hood on this? Getting 11.5 horsepower. Still it's only a 36-inch cut, so you need at least a 42. So the Craftsman, I just $16.99 for a John Deere. If you like the John Deere name, then you know, you can go with the S100. Craftsman just looks a little beefier. Get a little higher back seat. Still got cup holders. Got an hour meter. Yep, got an hour meter. So I like the T210. So my pick is the Aaron's Icon XD 60-inch zero turn. Alright guys, thanks for joining me at Lowe's for the 2021 lawnmower review. This is Rich with Mowers and Blowers Outdone. We'll see you next time at the auction.